Guys, sa sobrang init, may pamaypay ako dito. Tsaka naka-swimming suit ako. Shimasen! Hi guys, welcome back to another Jazzing. Today I feel like I wanted to talk about the top 10 trends that I've been seeing when we're doing online shopping. Ever since ECQ started, I feel like there are some items that are going to be very, very trendy after COVID-19 or after ECQ. I feel like there are habits that will be formed after ECQ, shopping habits that will be formed. So welcome to my TED Talk. For trend number 1, matching masks. So if we're having matching bras with matching tops, matching bottoms, matching panty, and now you're gonna have it with a matching mask. Right now, I feel like a lot of people are just like, this is absurd, this is crazy. I believe it will be part of our normal and everyday attire. Having that in your arsenal is gonna be a fashion must-have. In the future, I feel like a lot of the YouTubers will be like, what's in my bag? And there's always gonna be like 2 or 3 different masks, like a mask for daytime, a mask for work, and a mask for nighttime. There's gonna be this sexy mask in my bag so that Tim in the office will think I'm cute. We have some masks that are very, very cheap and very, very expensive. Sometimes the most expensive mask is only expensive because it's made by a designer. It's gonna be interesting of how designers are gonna be creative with this. Maybe we're gonna embellish it. Maybe like a piercing on a mask. No, we can't pierce a mask. And antiseptic crystals around, you know. But at the end of the day, what is important for these masks to do for you guys is to keep you protected and keep you safe. Mask, we all wear a mask? Yes, you mask. Trend number 2, teka lang, waist lang. It's not about dressing down, or it's gonna be dressing from waist up. Like me today, I am ready to swim. I am sweating. This is gonna be a new thing, especially with con calls, video calls, meet cute calls on Zoom with Tim, your crush in the office. You know what? Everybody's probably wearing like pajamas waist down, panty waist down, nothing waist down. I feel like the trend would be looking at a lot of these accessories, like whether it's necklaces, whether it's big earrings, blazers. So whatever you see from the waist up or from the nips or tips up, that's what people are gonna be investing. Trend number 4, I think we're gonna be mood dressing. So what does that mean? A lot of people have been talking about mental state, mental awareness, stress management, or emotional management as well because of this pandemic. We're gonna be feeling these emotions. We're gonna be dealing with it. I'm feeling a little bit of that as well because I'm only human. I'm only human. Those emotions are going to influence us when we're doing retail therapy. Our mental state affects us and what colors that we gravitate to. So a lot of studies have been saying that we might go back to a more basic, very general colors that are pretty much leaning towards natural fibers. I want something that's soft like cotton. I don't want anything that will constrict me of what I wear or anything that doesn't deal with comfort because we need that right now. But there's also the other side of the spectrum where people want to be shopping to get away from this dark, moody, stressful situation that is COVID-19. So they're going to be picking colors to transport them to a happier place. I think chartreuse is becoming a really beautiful color right now, or butter yellow. People are going to be tuning into how they feel and purchasing according to that. Moving on to trend number 4, quality over quantity. I'm actually guilty of this as well, where you have an item in your closet or you buy something and you're gonna be wearing it like maybe once or twice. We amass so much crap in our closet that we don't give enough care or enough thought about the impact of the item, how this item should be lasting in our closets. That's not the style that I want to cultivate for my own self, and that's not a style that people should be supporting. When I say it's going to be quality over quantity, I'm not even talking about your items in your closet needs to be hecka expensive. You don't need to go to big designer names to have good quality clothes. I feel like you can actually even go to your mom's closet, find an awesome vintage piece, alter it to your size. That is a good quality item in your closet already. I feel like we have to go back to that. Putting fit in the forefront of your style and of your fashion item. After this pandemic, I've been reflecting on things. I personally like wearing all white. That's totally me. I'm like a white lady. Hopefully not as scary. I want to minimize my wardrobe to things that will enhance or work well with white or my style. Right, moving on to our 5th trend, and I'm so excited for this because we are going back to the age of the Phoebe Philo This is Phoebe Philo coming back from the dead. I'm back, bitches. Bye-bye. Bye. 2 logos. Logo Mania. Logo Mania has been around for too long. I'm excited to see Quiet Luxury. I am tired of seeing all the F's, the D's around. I'm an Asian. I want some A's. I know we're not immune yet to COVID-19, but we do have the trend that will make us trend immune, and this is it. I feel like wearing logos out is gonna be in bad taste, feels out of touch, and it really is out of style already. It was beginning to go out of style. I feel like a smarter choice would be you could buy those bags or shoes or whatever, but in a really basic color, nothing printed. Just like what we want in relationships, we're gonna be buying for the long term. What number am I again? I forgot. So our number 6 trend is our maximalist and minimalist. So like what I said about colors, it goes along with this next trend as well, where people can either choose to go on a minimalist route where they want to shrink down their wardrobe sizes, and it also affects pieces that they choose to buy from now on. Skims might be a really good choice for people who want a minimalist type of wardrobe where there's these essential bodysuits. I'm eyeing them, but I couldn't get them because they're they're like sold out everywhere. But these are amazing pieces that could just work well with any blazer that you have. Nothing with prints, nothing really with logos plastered on them. So comfort styling is what I feel like a lot of the minimalistic people would choose. They would choose comfort over the style. But then I think a lot of the pieces right now do have that. It's comfort styling, but there also might be maximalist shoppers where they really want to dress up. I am so tired of being in my tights all day that I just want to go out there in a really beautiful suit or a really beautiful dress, and they want to purchase items according to that. And there are shoppers like that. There are people like that. After this pandemic, I feel like a lot of fashion choices will not only depend on what's out there, but it'll really depend on an emotional level. Our 7th trend is local. It's so great that before this pandemic, we've already been trying to support local industries, local artisans. Because of this pandemic, people have realized, oh my god, we cannot depend on China for everything. A lot of industries that have depended on China on shipping, fabric, producing things for them have realized that, oh crap, if you don't have any local artisans, local supplier in your business, you dead. You're gonna have a hard time. I think local shoppers have already been supporting stores and industries that have a local part in it or local artisans in it. I mean, I don't talk cars, but even in the luxury sports car market, there was a guy who, instead of buying a sports car, a flashy sports car, he decides to buy like a Land Rover, be engineered by a local artisan instead. I hope those trends are gonna be happening. It's gonna be interesting to see how we can turn money back to our kababayan. Support these craftsmen, support these artisans, because we have really talented people here in the Philippines. I'm not just talking about fashion, I'm not just talking about food, I'm talking about makeup artists, video production. Support them, buy from them, create with them. We're going to the 8th trend that I'm seeing when it comes to shopping and fashion is that be online or be dead on the line. Like, a lot of these brick and mortar shops closing down, getting bankrupt because they're relying on quote-unquote heritage. They're relying on their old school ways to work when, girl, we are entering this new world. This is not the old world anymore. This is Sparta. Joke lang. This is post-pandemic. Y'all's gotta reinvent yourself. I feel like gone are days with testers. Right now, you can test things on your phone, whether that's lipstick, cheek tint, eyeshadow. Lazada has magic mirror and it is wonderful, ladies and gentlemen. That might be the new norm, especially because testers, first off, are gross. Imagine the world after the pandemic. I don't think anyone would want to try testers on their skin. You have to create systems where people are able to try on your items online, be online. While we're on the topic of online selling, live streaming, it's not gonna go anywhere. Live streaming is here to stay, and live streaming is going to be helping your industry. Releasing a new item or sharing how to use this item or telling the people how to style your items. I've hosted live streams. I love live streams. Being able to actually live stream connects you more with the audience. But live stream doesn't only work in low or mid-tier brands. Louis Vuitton has done a live stream show because we're in a recession, because people are being more mindful about their purchases. I think there's going to be a trend towards shifting to mindful spending. People or customers will be prioritizing brands that give a more experiential or unique shopping experience online. So the ninth trend I want to discuss with you guys is resale fashion. So you could be on either side of the resale fashion. So you could be the one actually selling them, or you could be the one buying them. Buying vintage pieces, it's not a new thing. People have been doing it. The resale market has been doing really well, especially the luxury resale market. The Real, Fashion File, Vestiaire Collective. They've been creating shopping experiences like shopping for a cause on their websites, and they've been doing really well. If you're on the side where you're actually selling your items, your old items, that has been a trend as well. People aren't really earning, they want to get extra cash, so they're looking at their closet, they're looking at their wardrobes, looking at things that, you know what, I could sell and I could make a buck off. Just anything that could help us in this hard time, they're gonna be doing it, and that's been a trend right now. It's a good thing that people are being mindful. So the Gen Z market, the millennials, that you boomers keep on complaining that we don't know the value of money. Girl, we know the value of money. We ain't getting laid, we getting laid off. We're not spending, we're actually selling our items. We are looking at the things that we don't need in our closet. That is so old, I don't know why I wore that. That was my exes, I'ma sell that, I'ma burn that. Alright, so we're going down to our final trend. In my research in doing this trend report for you guys, one common thing about what has happened pre-COVID, there was not a lot of thought, there was not a lot of care. We have become so comfortable in discarding things, discarding people, discarding trends. We have forgotten a culture of care, caring for our clothes better, caring for our items better. These items shouldn't be used one time and thrown away. I feel like fashion houses have become so overwhelming in design that there actually is, I don't know if there's actual care in the design anymore. We're gonna be looking at more considerate customers, and these customers are not only gonna be choosing the brands that they support that are in line with their attitudes, with their philosophy. They're the type of customers who would care to support, or who would care to see, or would care to know who are making their clothes. They would care to know where you're gonna be getting the supplies. I think it's just gonna be a more thoughtful, a more careful shopping mentality. That when I'm shopping, if it's good for me, it has to be good for we. So guys, that's my Jazz saying for the top 10 trends that I'm looking at when it comes to shopping and fashion post-COVID-19. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you agree with some of the things I've talked about, if you don't agree with some of the things I've talked about, we can clear it up at the comments below. So till then, happy, thoughtful shopping. Thank you so much for coming to my TED Talk, and I'll see you guys on the next Jazz saying.